into it. I'm also the type of person that I don't play single player games. Maybe it's just the competitiveness in me. That I only play ranked and I only play games where I can actually beat someone else. Beating an NPC, I guess, unless it's like WoW. Rating's fun. But you're playing with other people. I need to play with other people. I don't like playing by myself. So, anyway, the reason why these alpacas are special is let me show you guys something too, because I've heard a couple mixed feelings about the naming of. Sorry, mixed opinions, rather. So let me show you guys, and maybe we can come to a conclusion here. Our Twitch relationship is old enough to drink? Oh, wow, dude. Juan, what are we going to drink? I'm down for a drink. What's your order? I've been on this, why am I opening that? I've still been on this Aperol kick, dude. Okay, so if we go over to Swag Keys, which is where I purchased these alpacas. Let's go ahead and go to, let's just use the good old search, alpacas. So I bought the alpacas on here, right? I'm on a Marg, dude. Marg is always a good idea. Do you go Tahine on the rim? Are you into MMO still? Waiting for that Riot MMO makes GMK group. I know, right, dude? They've been teasing that thing forever. I have OG V1 alpacas in my wife's board. Solid. I feel like you should try it once. There's nothing like it really. Once you figure out the game, though, it becomes too easy, and then it's just a grind. Okay. I don't know, dude. I honestly, like, I only have time for, like, the only time I game really is I finish streaming. I need to, like, wind down from all this caffeine that I've had, and so I finish stream around like 11 usually. And then I can't go straight to bed, so I don't really know what to do with myself. So then I want to, like, game to chill. So I'll game for like an hour or two after I stream. That's really the only time I game. But that's like the max amount of time that I really game too. So it's like I can't play a game that, like, I would love to play WoW. I was the biggest WoW nerd ever, like huge into WoW. I think I had like over 300 days in that game, and I just don't have time to keep up with it. That's the issue. So here is my other question to everyone in chat. So alpacas, these are the newest alpacas. And I tell people, I said, oh, I'm building with alpacas I just bought. And they always say to me, oh, are they the V3s? And I was like, I don't know. So if you go down here, you know what? It was actually on Prime on Prime's own website. Let's take a look. So here we go, right here. This is what kind of led me to believe. So V1 and V2 alpacas do not exist. Because everyone always asks me, like, oh, are they V1s or V2s? And I'm like, well, according to the source, V1, V2, V3, V4, whatever, don't exist, right? There's just alpacas, right? So apparently, according to them, V1 and V2 don't exist. Alpacas will always be made with the latest iteration of a mold design. So what that tells me is there are, like, maybe even 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different renditions of alpacas, right? So someone could have like V1, V1.5, V2, V3, V4, V5. There's probably a ton of different tiny changes depending on the updated molds, right? So I guess you won't ever really know which mold you have. I guess maybe depending on when you bought it, hopefully, but I just bought these from Swag Keys, so I would imagine they're the latest. And one of the main reasons you can tell, I believe, is because of this. 2 times thick pins, less likely to bend in transit or while inserting into hot swap sockets. This is actually the first Switch Alpaca V8 Hemi. SRT8 Alpaca. This is the first Switch. I think maybe it was, no, you know what? I think OP Blacks and Popus also have this. Maybe someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But if you notice, the legs are thicker, which is nice. It's not only is it nice for just building any board, but hot swap, it's awesome. And what I've noticed is taking them out of here and transport, like they have said, they're usually all straight. I don't ever have to bend them back into place before I solder. So that's kind of nice. So I personally appreciate that. That to me is an upgrade. I would also venture to say that if you do have the thicker pins, it is probably one of the newer alpacas. Is that like a safe assumption? That's a deadly mix of caffeine, late night trash can teammates, and rolling into a 5 stack in rank. Bro, I've also realized that is the worst time to game. Okay. I've realized the only time I like to play video games is like after 12 a.m. But that's also when I get the worst teammates. Yo, what up, James? Wow, 1 year, time flies when you're having fun. Dude, I suppose we're having fun, hey? Aren't the thick pins always silver in color instead of copper? These look like they're copper. Yeah, these are definitely copper. So, let me show you what I'm talking about. See, these things are, look at this. Usually one of these is like super thick and the other one isn't, right? Like usually one's like, look at, these are both thick. So that's kind of nice. Right? The other thing that's special about these alpacas is not only are they the newest ones, it seems, I've also used, and like I've said, I've told you guys this in the past, I'm not sponsored by Swag Keys. I've never received anything from them. I'm not even affiliated with them. I don't anything. Never talked to them ever. I was just on their site and I randomly, you guys know me, I like trying out new things. And I found these, right? I found so there's desk key ones. That's what I usually use. But, sorry, wrong site here. Films. They're on sale. Kind of cool, right? So these V2 films, I was like, you know what? These look like desk key films, but they're formed a little bit differently, right? So like, you know what? Let's try it out. So I bought a couple packs of these. I think I prefer these over desk key films. My only issue is I can't buy them. I don't know anyone that stocks them in the US. If these were in the US, I would probably only buy these. I don't have anything against desk key films. I think I just prefer these ones. I don't know why. I like these. I bought 2 of those, but white in color. Yeah, so let me show you what they look like installed. Get out of here, monkey type. So they kind of just like, let me show you. They kind of just peek through the top like this. Right. You can kind of see them on the sides there too, right? So anyway, I noticed these alpacas had a little bit of lube on them. These alpacas weren't, I told you guys this also last time, and that is they are soft like desk key. Yep, they are. They're very similar to desk key. Is it Swag Keys that have the nice, dude? Yes. They also have this brush, which is my absolute favorite brush. Like, I'm such a nerd, but I love this brush. I'm pretty sure it's polycarbonate, a PC brush. And I think it's like what, like $1 or something ridiculous. Like, I would honestly pay like $8 for this brush. Look at this thing. It is PC. $1.50. This is such a nice brush. Look at this thing. It's pretty realistic. Like, even the bristles are like pretty hefty. So, anyways, I dig it. But if I would say it's not worth it to order them if you're in the US by themselves, because shipping is ridiculous. But I made it worth my while. I bought, the brush, alpacas, the films, and I think I bought maybe something else with it too. So they have great products, but I wish they were available over here. So it's also okay. So the other thing